James, thanks very much for joining us.
No
You just got
worries.
off the practice courts. How are you finding it out there?
Yeah, it's good. It's obviously great weather today. Everyone's enjoying it, and not really used to these sort of temperatures over here. But it's great on the grass. You know, it makes the ball go a bit faster, and the rallies aren't so long, so it's all good.
Well, you got married last year. Congratulations on
thank
that.
you.
How are you finding married life?
Yeah, it's the same as before. You know, we lived together, and not much has changed. But it's everything's going well.
And it's almost a year to the day that you matched up with Novak Djokovic on centre court at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
It was interesting. You know, it was obviously a great day leading up to it. It was one for the family and friends to enjoy as well. Opening up centre court is something you'll remember for the rest of your life. It's a proud moment. Didn't start off too well in the actual match, but I managed to turn it around and got into the match and give a decent account of myself. So I was happy with that.
Well, you've just come back from a recurring knee injury, and you hired former head physio at Crystal Palace, Alex Manos, to help you. Has that worked?
Yes, he's been great. We've had a long time together now, a good 6-7 months, and it's been tough. You know, every day in the gym, rehabbing and working together. You spend a lot of time with the guy, so you got to get on with him, and luckily we do.
Well, you've had some unfortunate luck in the past year. Looking forward to next season or the next year of your career, where would you like to see? Where would you like to be?
Ideally, where I was when I sort of before I stopped playing. You know, main thing for me is health. Hopefully, my knee holds up, especially over the next sort of 6 months, and then try and build on that. And whatever I can do in the meantime is a bit of a bonus. So hopefully, these tournaments can be a bit of a kick-start, and we'll see where I'm at the end of the summer.
Well, you won the Davis Cup in 2015. Obviously, that's probably the best part of your career to date. Can you just describe that feeling for me?
Unbelievable. Look, it was a long journey. I've been playing Davis Cup for 6 years, so to start off with the same group of guys, you know, playing 3-4 ties a year for that amount of time, and you go through a lot together, and it's a great team feeling. You know, it's something we don't normally get. Every week you're on your own, and maybe just with a coach or a physio, and this time you're with a whole team, so it's nice. And yeah, as I say, it was a massive achievement for everyone. We hadn't done it for a long time in Great Britain, and to be a part of it and play a big part of it, it was great.
And in that Davis Cup, you were 2 sets down to John Isner. When you were 2 sets down facing that challenge, what was your mentality saying?
You know, just keep going, because I thought even in those first 2 sets I was close. You know, it was on a tie. I think it was 7-5, then a tie break. Might have been even 2 tie breaks, so it was difficult. It just came down to 1 or 2 points. So if it reverses, which it did, then you're back in the match. And you know, Davis Cup, you're used to it. Playing 5 sets, you're out there for the long haul. So it's yeah, as I say, you just get used to it after a while, and just try and keep holding your serve and hoping you get a few looks on his.
Well, congratulations! You're the new brand ambassador for Australian clothing brand.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
Yeah, it's great. It's a great mark. I played practice with Andy the other day, and Ivan Lendl was on the court, and he noticed it straight away. He said he used to be sponsored by them when he was playing, and you know, we had a good chat about it. And its quality of clothes are great, and I think it suits my physique as well. So I'm happy.
Well, as you mentioned, they're known for their the clothing. Australian are known for their style, practicality and comfort. Which of those would you say is the most important for you?
Comfort, of course, because you're in it all day long, and you know, you're always changing the clothes, and just in sort of temperatures like today, you know, it's difficult, and you've got to feel comfortable in what you're wearing, and I definitely am, and I like some of the stuff, some of the different designs as well, so it's good. I'm happy.
Great. And moving on to Arsenal now, I know that's another love aside from tennis.
My biggest love, yeah.
You went to, if I'm not mistaken, every home game last season.
I did, because I was injured, so it was one positive. You know, I made the most of going over there, so it was great.
Yeah, well, as an Arsenal fan myself, I feel your pain.
Yeah. We're all suffering. Yeah.
It's also been well documented your friendship with Kieran Gibbs.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
We met at a charity event a few years ago, actually, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and we sat next to each other. We got on really well. He actually bid for a tennis lesson by myself, which I still haven't given him, and he still gives me shit on that every day. But I should give it to him. But yeah, we've just been mates ever since, and you know, our families now have met and get on well, so everything's good.
Well, as an Arsenal fan, the one key question is Wenger in or Wenger out?
It's tough. I thought it would have been a good time for him to change after after winning the FA Cup, but again, it's who do you bring in? Unless you bring in a big name who's proven quality, then it's difficult. You know, I'm not sure that it's worked for other big teams like United. It hasn't until now, until they've got Mourinho. You know, it hasn't worked for them. So I think he just needs to sort of change his philosophy a little bit and buy the bigger and better players, because I don't think he's recruited very well in the last 4 or 5 years, and that's been the difference.
Is that okay?
Good.
Great.